All right, let's go. Black people will never overcome. Black people will never take over America. Black people will never aspire to really stick together. All that's bullshit, man. Everything black people do is to go against each other and to actually try to get closer to white people and feel like you in their shoes a little bit. From the designer clothes that they wear, from even the way that we talk now, a lot of the slang and stuff, like a lot of people say like white people want to be black. Yeah, people admire the coolness, the certain demeanor, the swag and everything we got, but come on, man. A lot of things white people do, we want to do it and start doing it. The Aeropostale, stuff like that. All the way you talk and the bro, the dude, all that. That's been white people stuff, man. Black people so lost that them against white people is kind of like a rebellious child going against their parents. It's not like two men who don't get along. It's not Hatfield and McCoy. It's not I win, they win, I win, they win. It's not no back and forth. It's really a childlike relationship with their parents. You hate snitching. A black man talking to the police, kill him. A black man talking to the police, don't associate with him or nothing. Why? Because we hate the police. So what do you do with the police that you hate? You commit a crime, they come around, they arrest you. You don't put up a struggle, you don't put up a fight, you don't go out in a blaze of glory, you don't go out standing on your hill and dying on your hill like an equal, going to war with an equal. You do what happens when a child get caught doing something by their parent. And you handle it like a child whose brother or sister told on them to the parent. You get mad at the one who told, but you don't get mad at the parent. You deal with the repercussions that they give you. So all this tough talk about no snitching and talking to the police, it don't come from a sense of power and leadership qualities. It comes from a sense of you telling the big brother, you're telling the parent, you're telling Uncle Sam, you're telling the higher power on me. But if it was really like that and you in the streets and you're so gangster, how can you kill people, beat people up, steal from people, sell drugs, do all the things you do in the streets and get respect and all that. But when the police come, you willingly go to jail every time. You don't put up a fight. You don't end up in a shootout. Like, come on, man. So you mean to tell me all this thugging and stuff that people see and think is aggression and it's real hardcore stuff that you don't mess with? Somebody with a suit on and a badge could come and just put cuffs and make you put your hands behind your back. Then put you somewhere with other criminals who do the same things. And it's the worst of the worst there. And it's not riots every day in a prison. That's why I don't care what nobody say. Street culture is for the weak-minded. It's for the simple. It's for the mentally poor. It's for the mentally disadvantaged. It's for the insane. Because those who are not like that, they will get out the streets. They will make a way and find a way to get out the streets. A black person will get mad at you for doing business with a white person, even though it's helping you and your family. But then to pay their bills to a white company, pay their bills to a white electric company, or pay their water bill to a white water company, or pay their phone bill to a white phone company, or get a check from the government, which is from all the people, but you get what I'm saying, man. You can rely on the government to take care of you like a child, but you don't want me doing real man business with them. It makes no sense. It's black people logic, though. You go into all kind of stuff. You can have somebody like Adam 22 will tell a hardcore gangster, basically telling them that he will actually have sex with them and joke around with them. And they do nothing. They let it slide. They laugh it off. They all freaky white boy and this and that. A man is a man. A man go always move like a man. So why the hell would I want to be a part of something like the streets when it's so chaotic? It ain't no real rules. It ain't no real loyalty. It ain't no real structure. It ain't even no real men. It makes no sense at all. And I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people know this right here. White people being civilized and living how they living, they just don't glorify the ones on their side who act how black people in the hood act. There's a lot of white people who get gangster and thugged out in a certain type of way that they'll do anything and they don't fear nothing and ain't scared to die. White people just don't glorify that part of them. I done been around some of these people and you seeing like, damn, they throwing a party. These motherfuckers, ooh, man, boy, it's like the hood, man. They cutting up. But black people just put they works on display and act like they tough. You don't become a slave for over 400-500 years because you tough. If you tough, you refuse to work so much that you will die before you become a slave. That's tough. That's what the Indians did. Even if you outnumbered, get ran off, you get tricked out your spot, whatever, you don't go and get put under somebody. A man don't get put under the thumb of another man and live with it for hundreds of years and generation after generation until they got to the point to where they wanted to let you go. A man will always fight to the end. He'll never bow down to another man. So basically, we could act tough as we want to act, but if white people want slavery, we'll still be slaves. We don't fight for nothing that's real. We don't stand up for nothing that's real. We're not willing to die behind nothing that's real, even if it involves our kids and future generations. I don't care what it is. If somebody tell me it'll help my kids' lives in the future, if I had to get took out this game, I'd do it right now in a heartbeat. Sign me up. If somebody told me my kids would have a better life, if I had to go and fight and go to war and do whatever I had to do, I'd do it, no questions asked, because it's bigger than me. And white people got the mindset that it's bigger than them. That's why the white people fought so hard to get land when they came over here to get their independence from Britain. They went to war with the other whites to get their independence. They didn't just go to war with black people. Then they took the other races and made them under them and used them for the labor to build their country up. They had no fear. They had a plan, and they executed. They wouldn't just brought here and said, hey, let's see if we could work with the Indians. Nah, we finna take all this. All right, man, let's pay these taxes over there to Britain. Man, we tired of paying taxes, man. Forget that. They gonna have to come get it in blood. And we ready to give it to them in blood, too. All right, man, we gonna work this land. You know, we ain't working no land, man. Go get them black people over there, man. Put a gun to their head or something, or you threaten to whoop their ass, they gonna work like a dog. White people took stuff. Black people want stuff given to them. And then even when a black man is actually out here trying to work and be in a white corporate, corporate situation, whether it be on a corporate job or just being in America, period, because America, period, is a corporation, they'll look at you crazy like, what you doing over there with them? Man, nigga, that's the winning team. What I'm supposed to be doing? You ain't trying to win. We ain't got nothing going on, but you will get mad at me. Basically, just you really mad at me because you looking at me like he think he better than us. He out there with the white people. It ain't even got nothing to do with the white devil. Let's overcome them. Let's be the opposing force to them. It got everything to do with white people. They run stuff. I feel inferior to them. But anybody else who around me, who close to me, if they try to think they more than me, I'ma show them that they not. It ain't built on nothing real. The hood is nothing to glorify. It's the have-nots of life. When people do things in life that seem like they don't care, they could fight at the drop of a hat. They could kill people. They could shoot people. It's some kind of admiration for that, but it's most of the time with people, it's the admiration that they don't care. They could do anything, because most people, they don't do certain things in life because they have structure. They have laws. They don't want to go to jail. They don't want to bring harm to people who don't deserve it. So when you see people who can do that, you admire it a little bit. But when you're smart, you admire, but you put it in the context. Yeah, them people ain't going nowhere in life. But then you got dumb people who admire it like it's the biggest thing in the world. Them the people who will never go nowhere. And people say, well, music, a lot of stuff get pushed in music. It's making our generation this and it's making our generation that. Just by sheer numbers, it's more white people that listen to rap and hip hop, gangster music and all that than it is black people. Why are we letting entertainment warp our mind? You could listen to gangster music and then let it fire you up to go work out or go to the gym or play a sport or whatever. You don't have to listen to that music to go do exactly what they're telling you in that music. It make us look even more weak-minded. A lot of people stick up for certain cultures. Like hip-hop is not a culture. We don't have a culture over here. Rap is not a culture. Soul food is not a culture. Every black person didn't grow up eating soul food. People who grew up in a certain area grew up eating soul food. Like, we have nothing that's tied to us. Even black people as a whole. Like, when you look at a Jew, you could look at a Jewish person and tell they're a Jewish person more times than not. You could look at an Italian and tell they're Italian or something like that more than not. If you know what countries that's out here and you know them people from that country, you could look at them and tell, because even the look of the person is a cultural thing. You can have 5 black people stand up right in front of you, all of them called black, and all of them look different. It's not that everyone look different, but you could be like, I seen somebody who looks like that. I done seen somebody who look like this. But these like 5 different tribes. Black people are all throwing the same pot when really and truthfully, we all came from different tribes, even if we did all come from Africa. That's like being over here in America, and it's been going on for thousands of years, and we all culturalized, and we got the different cities and the different places and the different things going around, and to where communication between the outside is even so small that we become even more ingrained in what we are. We can't transport and go to different towns and go here and go there. So we breeding with each other in the same. We cooking the same things. We eating the same. Like, we just building up a strong culture. Our beliefs might be different than the people who 15 miles down the road. And that's how it was in Africa. So when they say Africa, man, it could have been 200-300 different tribes of people who had nothing in common besides a similar skin tone. That's it. And some even was light skinned. Some was black as the darkest day. Like, some people had big noses, slim noses. The heights was different. Like, it was, and the people in their villages actually looked like them. But then they bring us all over here, and then white people telling us, y'all kill each other. Why y'all can't get along? Y'all don't deserve respect. And then we go with the same narrative where we kill each other. Yeah, we don't really deserve. We can't get our own stuff together. It's nothing to get together. We all come from different tribes, man. We not from the same people. That's like somebody coming over here and just Gulf Coast of the United States and just, we got people from New Orleans. We're taking people from Baton Rouge. We're taking people from Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee. And think about it back then where everything was even more localized, where people did not leave out their community, to where it was even more that little stew getting baked. That individual stew. It ain't no transferring here and there and driving from city to city every day like it is now. Like, people were not connected like that. You stayed in, just imagine a neighborhood. You stayed in that neighborhood. That was your whole life in that neighborhood. 5 miles down the road, it's another group. They did not interact with each other, though, for the most part. And they get us all over here and make it seem like we just all black. Black is not a culture. We had real cultures, but we don't have it now. It's not even in us to really even get along like that, because of the fact that it's so many different type of people. I done seen like people who resemble each other, like such and such and such and such, like they could be from the same tribe. Damn, I know somebody who look just like that. They could be from the same tribe. I know somebody who look like somebody like I was just seeing in Africa who look just like that. But you get black people together and they expect like totally different looks, man. The same way you look totally different from people on the outside is the same way your mentality would be totally different. Things get ingrained in our brain and our mind over time. And then they just take all the people from 100 different cultures and throw them all in one spot and say, y'all the same. It was destined to fail. From the start, it was on them. But at this point in the game, it's really on us. It's all about what we want. You got to play the white man game. This is America. America is the white man game. If you complaining about what America got going on and you ain't trying to leave, I don't want to hear it. A man go always adapt to his circumstances no matter where he at. So if I feel like, man, you know what? I wish I could just help people, not do no dirt, and just live my life and just not have to be tough or whatever, not have to be a go-getter. I want to sit on the beach all day. You can't do that in America. America is about hustle and bustle. You wake up in the morning, you see cars driving here to there. You see this person transporting machinery so somebody else on their job could do their job. And that was his job, to transfer stuff for people to do their job. You see a woman driving to school to go teach kids. You see buses bringing kids to school to go learn from teachers. You see people driving to office jobs. Like, it's hustle and bustle. This is America. So for you to sit around and act like you're not part of this, but you're still here, you're wasting your life, man. Get part of it. Stop acting like it's you against white people and all that. Go out there and command your respect. A man go always respect a man who respect themselves. We don't move like that. We try to move off of being funny, joking, and all kind of stuff like that. When it's serious, that don't work. White people not out there trying to get their best advice on business and politics from country singers and entertainers and Chevy Chase and people like that. Nah, they got real intellectuals that they actually worship. They got Socrates, Aristotle, people like that who was just thinkers. Albert Einstein was a scientist. They got Alexander Graham Bell. They got people who were specialized in certain things in life and that they actually worship them for those things that they did. We don't have those specialists like that. We take whatever we could get from anybody. Whoever the most popular, let's hear what he got to say. Nah, everything is a strategy. That's why they winning so much. They strategize everything. It's a reason why it's probably been hundreds of thousands of people who wrote plays throughout history, but they love all Shakespeare plays though. Why? There's a reason for that. Nothing is by happenstance with them. They don't look at Shakespeare to be the financial leader and the leader for their whole. No, they look at him for what he did, man. They don't look for Albert Einstein to be the end all, be all, the greatest quotes. And no, he was a great scientist. Oh, he's a rapper. He's a basketball player. Let's hear what LeBron James got to say about politics. Nothing. He don't study that. You're supposed to have people and listen to people who say things, who actually study certain things. Makes them a specialist because they know a lot about shit. But that black thing, it really don't exist. We in America. You're an individual. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Stand strong as a man. And just live life. You can't go against white people, because if I go against somebody, I'm not finna be sneakily trying to play games and talking stuff behind their back when they around. I'm respectful and they can come and do whatever they want to me. Nah, when I'm going against somebody, it's two men, man. We at it. I'm not playing. You ain't finna have me out here committing crime, but then you able to come put my hands behind my back. Nah. But that's how black people like to play. And that's what people, a lot of us like to worship. It makes no sense at all. You go worship the ones who scared to go against the other race. If they scared to go against them, what the hell are you is? You super pussy. But that's just a little rant right there. That's kind of how I'm feeling about a couple things. And, you know, Somebody who actually do want to make a change. I don't care if they ratting for money, just to get people off the block, hating, whatever, all that. If it make their community safer or better, what's wrong with that? You hate rats so much, but then it'll be like the little girl or the little boy getting touched. You will want them to tell what's going on. If something happened to your kids and they getting bullied, you will want to know that. But, there's just a lot of things kind of ass backwards with black people, and it's so good. It feel like white people setting it up and just pulling the puppet strings. I'm out.